looking for this?
I'm hiding.
Grand Admiral Thrawn's return will herald in the reemergence.
Thrawn?
Herald the reemergence, heir to the Empire? Is that what they're talking about? Commandant Hux?
To deliver on Project Necromancer.
This is sick, man.
Bro, this is Star Wars. Oh, great day. Oh, see ya.
Ooh, you
Oh, get folded. You just got folded like a lawn chair.
I heard the crunch, dude. Psych, there goes Mando.
Oh, it's like...
Dang, son, he's rushing him.
Bro, you remember that one episode, though? He can basically... Like, his armor can take it, dude.
That was a nice
He's like Drax. I can take it. Oh, it's Han Solo's shoulder charge from Battlefront 2.
Dang, I'm sick. That's so cool, dude. That's one of the coolest suits.
He looks like Darth Vader.
That is sick.
Alright, I don't know if I'm digging his theme, though. Oh, no, I'm digging his theme. Never mind. You remember Force Run from The Phantom Menace? It was the first and last time we saw it. Dude, run away.
Dang, dude, he's cooking him.
We're not leaving you behind.
Run away. Oh, like Moff said, it's an alloy, so it's not like pure Beskar. Their armor's pure Beskar, so I can just take it.
That's still sick, though.
What are you doing? Are you going to shoot through the door?
This is the way. No. I've grown to like him, dude.
Yeah, I'm actually a Paz fan now, dude. He's almost as good as Wizmo, dude. Or Wax Vizmo, whatever I said earlier.
Dude, he is spraying.
Oh, get clothesline.
Dang, dude.
He's like the Hulk. Oh, that's just terrible.
Dang.
Is that what's his face? Oh, never mind. Well, there's the Praetorian Guard he asked for
The
earlier.
music is sick. Nah.
Yeah, I'm sorry. You might as well just go ahead and jump off the cliff, brother. I don't think you're surviving this way. I mean, low-key, if he had his gun, I might give him a shot. Well, this is a 3v1. This isn't even fair. Dude, I love the way those look, by the way. Ooh. No. How's that going through? How is it going through vibranium?
Vibranium?
Oh.
That's got.
I mean, it's like the vibranium of
basically.
Star Wars.
Oh, no.
Welcome back to BoomShot. I'm Kel. This is Colby. And as you see, the reaction is probably a lot longer than most reactions because there was a lot of good stuff in this episode of The Mandalorian, The Spies. We're going to go and react to it starting now. Okay, so what'd you think about that?
That was
that as in the episode.
The whole episode I enjoyed thoroughly, dude. That was incredible. And it's actually like a pretty long episode, 15 minutes or something.
Yeah, I mean, imagine if every episode was 50 minutes and was like that.
Dude, but I mean, we got Moff Gideon back, which I'm super stoked about.
The return of the Moff.
But why this late, man?
Yeah,
why?
I know.
I don't want to be a downer, but like he was really good.
No, you're being like it seems like you're like being a downer, but you're just like it could have been so much more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean he's a busy actor. I mean he's in all kinds of things, but maybe he was preoccupied with other things, contractual agreements. But anyways, I'm glad he was in this episode.
Dude, yes,
he was bad to the bone.
Yeah, we saw a lot of stuff. We saw like his little henchwoman. What's her face? I don't know what her name is.
It'll come to me in a second.
Yeah, I don't know. We saw her like on Coruscant. That was sick to see.
Kane.
Yeah, we saw Elia Kane on Coruscant talking to him. That's how we first see him. Then we obviously see he goes to the Shadow Council. They name dropped Thrawn a couple of times.
Dude,
what do you think about that?
No, that was incredible, man. I can't wait to see Thrawn. We saw the back of his head in the Ahsoka trailer, but man, he's gonna be incredible.
Yeah, and it almost seemed like there was kind of a beef between the Moff and Thrawn. So like, I'm wondering. I wish Star Wars, because this would be a different take. Like, you know, most of the time we're used to seeing good guys versus bad guys, but why not see two bad guys fight? Like, wouldn't that be so sick? Like, two warring Imperial factions going at each other?
That would be insane, man.
Yeah, like the winning Imperial faction becomes the heir to the Empire, pretty much.
We've gotten taste of it with like Death Watch and, you know, Palpatine versus Maul and Savage and stuff like that. And that's some of the best scenes in Clone Wars, so... I mean, that would be sick. And what I hope happens is they lead all this up into Filoni's movie. Yeah. That comes out. That's supposed to wrap all this whole little era up.
That would be so sick. Like, I just wish, man. I just wish that... Because, like, we're going to see Thrawn and Ahsoka, so maybe, like... maybe all this is happening simultaneously. Like maybe while Ahsoka is tracking down Thrawn, Moff Gideon is rising to power. And so, like, not saying Ahsoka will lose or anything, but maybe, like, Thrawn escapes and gathers his forces, and he and Moff could have kind of like a battle for the heir of the Empire. I would love to see that. I feel like that would be... Star Wars, if you're listening, that would be so dope. I don't know how you haven't thought of that, but that would be amazing. Continuing on in the episode, obviously, we cut back to the Mandalorian fleet. They descend down into Mandalorian. They're just, I guess, trying to find the Great Forge. That's what they're looking for. So, I don't know. There wasn't much that happened. We saw... What were you going to say?
I was just going to say we saw Grogu get IG-11 into IG-11 shell, dude, which is kind of weird, but also at the same time, it was a nice little gag. It was funny. Big man in a suit of armor. Take that off. What are you? No, literally though, Jedi. whenever he like puts on the suit and and he like in Mandalorian and Mando's like, you got to get out of that, and he's like, no. It's just funny that all he has is yes and no. Yeah, and it's just like. I mean, that was me as a kid. I'd go to Target and there'd be like little cat pianos or something. Yes, just pressing the buttons.
Yeah, I know. It was so sick. Like, and they're walking down the street and like unprompted, he's just like, yes. I love that, dude. I was weak. Yeah, so Grogu gets IG-12, I guess, is what they're calling him now. Which nice Grief Karga cameo in this episode. But then obviously they head to Mandalore trying to find the Great Forge. We see 3 Mandalorian survivors.
Yeah, that was cool.
So, but the big thing is this episode is called The Spies. So the big question is, it's not spies, so plural. Who are the spies?
I mean, I guess, obviously, you could say Elia Kane is one.
Yeah.
But I feel like there's something else to this.
Yeah.
She was barely in the episode. I mean, there's a whole episode basically dedicated to her and Pershing, but... I mean, there's something deliberate about that title. Also, it being plural. They wouldn't have done that for no reason.
Yeah, and I just asked that because we meet the 3 Mandalorian survivors, and I was wondering if maybe one of them are spies because they've been on the planet for a long time.
That is true. How would they not have known? They're like, oh, the Great Forge is over here. How would they not have known?
Yeah, how would you not have known? I don't see. I'm wondering about that.
That's a good point.
And that, I mean, I guess that never occurred to anybody, but like, and they're like, let's go over here. You know. Whenever the big monster is like, there's not that far away. And so then they go and they get ambushed. And I don't think we see them again until...
In the episode.
I don't know if we see them again. I don't know. By the way, the captain or whatever was one of the admirals from Top Gun Maverick. Just saying that. Great movie. Yeah, he was. The whole, like, you're where you belong scene. Yeah, that's...
Oh!
Yeah, it's that admiral. Anyway, sorry. I just thought that was really cool. But anyway... I don't know. I feel like one of them is at least a spy, if not all 3. But continuing on in the episode, as you see, they get ambushed by these. By the way, these clone troopers or troopers, whatever they are. I don't know. They look like clone troopers and like First Order troopers mixed. They look beautiful.
Yeah, they're incredible, man. I can't wait till they come out with the Lego set.
Yeah, dude, I know. I guess they're calling them Beskar troopers or something like that because they've got like a Beskar alloy, which I think is a good because. Mandalorians can take, like, pure Beskar can take any amount of blaster bolts, I think.
Yeah.
But an alloy, obviously, is a little bit weaker. So they were getting shot down to, like, 1 to 2 shots.
Yeah, and I think it was a smart route to take.
Yeah.
So that way, the Mandalorians still have the best armor.
Yeah, I think.
Still cool.
I mean, logistically, it makes no sense because it's like they're on Mandalore and they have unfettered access to all of the Beskar mines, but still, just like for the sake of maybe it's like more flexible or something. I
mean, maybe they're trying to conserve it so they can eventually build like a huge army.
Yeah, that's true.
But dude, so I guess these are people inside of there.
Yeah, I'm assuming
because he said they're like the second version of the
Dark Trooper. Yeah,
but. I mean, these aren't robots. They seem to be people.
Yeah, and I mean, we did see him walk before he walked through... no, did he walk through the gates before he walked through the cloning facility? Because maybe they found a way to clone troopers again.
Dude, yeah, because they were all just standing there.
Yeah, and we never see one without their helmet off, so they're non-verifiably... Like, you can't verify that they're human.
Yeah, that's true.
Or any other species, for that matter, but just like... I mean, they could be clones. There's, I mean, and they did look like their armor looked very clone trooper-esque to me, like the helmets especially. So maybe that was like Filoni and Favreau's hint, like they're clones again. And
that would be sick, maybe because the Pershing got a little nod and he was like, oh, all his work got lost or something.
Yeah.
But what if he did enough to where Moff was like, okay, I can at least clone the Dark Trooper 2.0. That would be sick.
Yeah, that's true. So I was wondering about that, but obviously they're running through the mines. They corner or they run into Moff's grand base on Mandalore, which shocked me because whenever he was in that, he had that transmission at the beginning of the episode. I didn't even realize he was on Mandalore. That didn't even occur to me.
Yeah, but it's a cool. I think they did it on purpose. It's cool.
I just made connection. 3 Mandalorians, or Mandalorians are the ones who broke him out of his shuttle. And Mandalorians were the one who brought
it could
people.
be.
You know what I'm saying? Like there were Beskar leftovers, so
it could have. Yeah,
either they were Beskar troopers or they were the Mandalorians.
Yeah, because I think I always just considered it to be that his troopers broke him out, but it could be that.
Yeah, I mean that makes more sense, but I don't know. I thought I just made something, but it would make more sense.
But I mean, it could be that the spy, whoever it is, whether it's those 3 or another Mandalorian broke.
Yeah,
him
he
out.
could be like a leader of the Beskar troopers or something like that. Like he could be like a commander or something. But yeah, they obviously get cornered. They discover Moff's gigantic thing. There, he lets out the bombers after he gives this dope speech because he's Gus Fring, dude. He can take him down. I mean, he does get taken down, but whatever. Breaking Bad spoilers. But they release the bombers, and they're going to attack the fleet, which I think is going to be really sick. We'll see that next episode. Mando gets captured. The rest of the Mandos escape, and then Paz Vizsla dies.
He sacrifices himself.
Yeah.
And to me, it's sad that he went, but that's peak.
I think it's true. It kind of reminded me of what's his name? Why can't I remember? Heavy? It reminded me of Heavy and Rookie, dude. He's got the heavy gun and everything. And he's just gunning them down. Like, it just reminded me of that.
I mean, there's a lot of that in Star Wars where a character he gets introduced. He's not a major role.
Yeah.
Gradually, I mean, we meet like his son. Basically, we have a whole episode where we have to go rescue him.
Yeah.
And so we're building up his character, and then he sacrificed himself. And I think it was well executed.
I think it was well executed as well. I saw everybody on Twitter was sad. So I didn't trust him. I still was a little bit wary of him, but I definitely earned my trust now. And not that it means much anymore, but. But the people he gets killed by, I think, is the most interesting part of that. Is the Praetorian Guard returns. So we heard about him earlier in the episode, but
yeah, he was like, I need 3 Praetorian Guards. And they were like, why? But I was like, Praetorian Guard? What? Like, why Praetorian Guard? I see why, dude. They're a beast.
Dude, they are sick, and their helmets look like a knight's helmet. Like they kind of look like old fashioned, like on Earth knights, but they look like the Star Wars-esque, like sleek version of that, which is so sick to see. And they have these. I guess they have these weapons that are able to penetrate Beskar, which is an interesting dynamic.
Yeah, it is crazy. I didn't even really think about them even being around still.
Yeah.
So it's really cool that
because I thought they existed for the Emperor, but I guess if you're the heir of the Empire right now, it makes sense. Which now that I'm thinking about what we mentioned earlier, Moff's probably gonna have to die in order for Thrawn to be the heir of the Empire. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if Moff, like if being a Moff is higher tier than being a Grand Admiral. I feel like. Because, like, Moff Tarkin was, like, he was, like, right below Darth Vader, pretty much. So I'm wondering if, like, that's the second or, like, the third tier, and then there's admirals and stuff like that.
I mean, I really hope that he doesn't die, man.
Yeah.
And at least in this season, I mean, I feel like he's only been in 1 episode so far, and if they killed him off in the next episode, I'd be like, come on.
Yeah,
man.
I know. Like, and we barely saw him in the first season. We saw him a lot in the second season, but he wasn't in enough to, like, I feel like justify killing him off. And I don't, So I definitely don't want him to die.
I really want to see him more, dude.
Yeah.
He's just got this suit. There's no way.
Yeah.
I don't think they'll kill him off.
Yeah, there's no way. I really could see this season ending on a really bad note.
Yeah, I think I saw somewhere on Twitter one of the actors or somebody involved was like, yeah, it's going to be a real tearjerker. So I'm like, dude, I don't know. I don't think they killed Din.
No, they don't.
I don't think they killed. I mean,
they call it the Mandoverse. You can't call it the Mandoverse without Mando.
Yeah, and I really hope they don't kill Bo, dude. That would be sad. I've really grown to love her character even more over this season,
and she reminds me of a lot of she does, like, from Clone Wars.
Yeah.
Like, she reminds me of that same character. Katie, I think her name's Katie Sackhoff, has done fantastic.
Yeah, and it's so cool that they brought her back. But she's been great. But yeah, I don't know who. And obviously, they no way they kill Grogu.
No shot. Yeah, Grogu's the future for them. So, dude, I've seen so many. Speaking of Grogu, this is just a total aside. I've seen so many like art renders of Grogu in Beskar armor, and it looks so sick.
Yeah, dude. I've seen those. Dude, we need to get that.
Yeah, I mean, and really, when you think about it, long after Rey's dead and Ahsoka's dead, Grogu's still going to be alive.
He's going to be there, dude.
Yeah, he's still going to be alive. So like, he's literally going to be like Yoda, like as hundreds or not hundreds, probably like tens of generations of Jedi pass. He's still going to be the guy. Like he's going to be that guy. So. I'm excited to see Grogu's role in the future for Star Wars, but dude, this episode was just cinema. Yeah. It was as Martin Scorsese said, this is television. This is television.
Yeah, this was beautiful, man. What's interesting to me is which I don't think it's a bad thing. We've gone through 23 episodes of Mando. Yeah. And Grogu's never really said anything. Yeah. And he gets IG-12 and he can finally kind of express what he's saying.
Yes, no. I wonder if he does think in like binary yes and no's. Like I wonder if that's truly how he thinks now.
Because it's hard for us to really know because we haven't seen much of his species. And we don't know how old or like relative to how old, like 50 years old. Yeah. Like what age he would be in human years. So it's interesting to think about.
Yeah, that's true. Like I'm sure we could do the math on it, but I mean, right now it seems to me like he's still he's nearer to infancy than he is to being a toddler. So, which means that his speech is very limited. He can't form sentences. So he probably does speak in like yes, no, give me, like things like that right now. Which is interesting because like he walks by the snack stand and picks it up. He's like, give me, like. I don't know, dude. I love where they're going. I remember seeing the promo for this on Twitter. It was an ad, and they were like, the galaxy isn't ready for what's about to happen next. I was like, I mean, right now I'm probably ready. Dude, I watched this episode and I was like, no, I'm not ready. So definitely, they definitely not surprised. They just delivered on this one, I would say.
They delivered, and the same director's back for the next episode, and he did the first one as well. So yeah, I got high hopes.
Yeah, I got high hopes as well. Obviously, we'll be covering that, and you know the drill. Be looking out for it. Let us know what you guys think. Did you like this episode? And thank you guys for watching. We'll see you in the next one.